Hello, folks, and welcome back to another episode of Matt's Corner. Holy smokes, it has been years, literal years, and I apologize. There's a couple reasons for it. Reason number one, I have been lazy. Yeah, I'll blame it on my muse. I lost my muse. And that kind of went right out the window with my garage band. All of a sudden, one day, I tried to open GarageBand and it wouldn't open. And so instead of trying to fix the problem, I just kind of said, well, that's the end of that for the rest of my life. And then this morning, when I woke up, I was struck by a surge of inspiration. And I said, you know what? I'm going to get back on that horsey. And sure enough, if you Google stuff, there's these forums where people talk about like troubleshooting and solving these technical issues. And so, really, I did this crazy complicated maneuver where get this, folks, I uninstalled GarageBand and then reinstalled it. Yeah. And knock on wood, that seems to do the trick. Here we are. It's been what, 3 years? I don't know. It is 2026, if you can believe it. And it is April 4th. It is Easter weekend. And tomorrow, the Easter Bunny is going to be hopping around, pooping out some colored eggs for all the kids to devour. He'll be going buck, 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 buck. By the way, that commercial, that Cadbury egg commercial with the bunny in the chicken suit, yeah, that's what it is, right? He's wearing a chicken. He's trying to be he's wearing the fake bunny ears, but he is a bunny. Huh. Because I know there's like a lion with fake bunny ears. Yeah, that's weird. But anyway, that commercial's been on since I was a kid, and it comes around every single Easter season, which is always a treat. It's so fun and silly, and there's a couple TV commercials that come around every year, and they're total throwbacks, and they do tend to be holiday ones. The other ones that pop to mind immediately are during the Christmas season. They get the Hershey's Kisses, and they're doing the bells. I think it's "We Wish You a Merry Christmas," and the bells are just they're like all sitting on a white floor, and each Hershey Kiss is like a different bell. And at the end, he goes, "Shoo," and he wipes his brow with the little tassel. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. If you've never seen it, you probably think I'm crazy. But yeah, it's very cute, very sweet, very nostalgic. I mean, that must be 30 years they've been showing these ads, which is such a breath of fresh air because all ads nowadays are like super quick, smash, cut, heavily edited, multiverse. I mean, it's an ad for like a Subaru, and I feel like you're going down the everything everywhere all at once. The other ad is another like Christmas season ad, and it's for Corona, and it's all it's so beautiful, it's so simple, it's seriously relaxing. It's it's just a shot. I guess it's dusk, and there's this little house on a beach with a palm tree, and the guy is whistling, and then he plugs in a Christmas light, and the palm tree's all lit up, and it's for Corona beer, and then it says Feliz Navidad. And that's another one I remember from when I was a kid and being like, man, I cannot wait to drink Corona. All right, so what else is going on? The reason I wanted to get back on the horsey is because I got some news this morning. So the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is coming up. Bunch of nominations this year, and the public can vote for this stuff. So I voted, and Yeah, I'll give you. Well, let me tell you who got in. No, let me tell you who I voted for. All right, all right. So you can vote up to 7 people, and or groups, artists they call them. And I voted for. Remember, this is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I voted for Billy Idol, Iron Maiden, Oasis, Melissa Etheridge, Joy Division and New Order. That's one collective. They're counting it as one artist. Jeff Buckley and Wu-Tang Clan. I think that's 7, right? So, all right. You know, figure, and you don't know how the public's going to go. I mean, you watch America's Got Talent these days, and the past 2 years, it's been a singer. And yeah, they're great singers, but like, there's better acts, you know? Everyone's a sucker. Everyone's an idiot. Anyway, that's my humble opinion. So here's who got in. With the most votes, over 1 million. The only one with over 1 million, New Edition. Then you go Phil Collins. Then you got Pink, Shakira, Luther Vandross, In Excess, and Sade. All right. Now, I like a lot of these folks. But this is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I mean, you're not going to induct Iron Maiden? They're iconic. They're like one of the first of their kind. And they're still going strong after, what, 50 years? Hugely inspirational. More rock and roll than maybe anybody on this list other than Billy Idol. And of course, he didn't get in either. And I'm sure Gen X didn't get in and never will get in. His band before he went solo. And Oasis doesn't get in? Seriously? Like the biggest British rock band since the Beatles? Hugely huge? I mean, mega? Bigger than big? Yeah, no, not them. No, but we got to get Shakira in there. Rock and roll Shakira. So I don't know, I'm a little miffed. My mother, of course, is especially miffed about Jeff Buckley. That's her number one favorite. And, gosh, he got the least amount of votes. About 171,000. People probably don't even know who he is. But I actually, when my mom and I went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame about 20 years ago, jeez, they had a bunch of handwritten letters from Jeff Buckley that he'd written to his dad, Tim Buckley. And his dad had long since passed, but he was just sort of getting it out of him, airing grievances, and telling him he still loves him despite all the craziness. Because he was already famous, Tim Buckley, and he kind of opted for fame and died young. They both died really young. There's a great documentary that came out recently, which had a screening here in Worcester. It's called "It's Never Over." Amy Berg made this movie, and it's great. It's got incredible interviews. They interviewed Jeff Buckley's mom, who was still quite young. It's pretty incredible stuff, and I learned a lot about his inspirations. I mean, he was really eclectic with his taste, but he loved Led Zeppelin, and then he loved, I think it was Edith Piaf, and it is weird because you listen to his music, you can hear all of that. Like, you can hear her in his voice. But yeah, Grace. If you've never listened to his album Grace, it is wonderful. It rocks, and it's a bit of emotional roller coaster. I'm sure people have heard the song "Last Goodbye." That was kind of like the hit single, I would say. And then also he did a cover of Leonard Cohen's "Hallelujah," and that version I feel like gets played even more than the original nowadays. You see it in movies and shows sometimes, and it is quite good, folks. But yeah, anyway, all right, that's my Hall of Fame gripe. Not that it really matters. I think, what was it? Steve Miller got inducted, and then after he did, he was like, I wish I didn't go. I had to pay for my own flight. Like, people didn't even know who I was there. It was kind of a joke. And I'm sure it is just posturing. But it's still fun, man. I am not excited about this group of inductees. It'll be good to see Sade. I didn't know people really were still big fans of hers. I mean, she's been quiet, right? I don't think she's ever even put out that many albums, but she's great. Again, is she rock and roll? I don't know. Happy she's in, but again, over Iron Maiden. Come on, folks. What are we doing? Yesterday was just a quick sports update. I gotta. This is gonna be just a quick episode, like a little nugget, like a little teaser, a little wet your little palate there, because I do have places to do and things to go. Yeah, because it's Easter weekend, and I gotta make deviled eggs. After the bunny poops them out, I'm gonna make deviled eggs. Yeah, yesterday was the Fenway Park season opener. The Red Sox won that game. It was their second win of the season so far. Woo-hoo! We are in the cellar, baby. But it's still early. There's a million games. We're gonna come back. We're gonna win the World Series. You heard it first here. I also went to opening day for the Woo Sox here at Polar Park, and that was great. Roger Clemens, the Rocket, threw out the first pitch to Rich Gedman, his former teammate, and Rich Gedman is currently he's a hitting coach, I think, on the team. He has been since they moved to Worcester 6 years ago, and my dad is old buddies with him, so my dad and I went to the game, and he introduced me, which was really, really cool, and I got his autograph. So, yeah, baseball games with my dad very much, brings out the little kid in me. And my buddy Andy was there with his dad, so that was cool. And finally, I guess with the sports thing, tonight is the UConn NCAA. We're in the Final Four. Both games are tonight. And I honestly forget who's in it except for UConn, because last Sunday night, my buddy Brendan and I went to Providence to see the great comedian Mark Normand at the Vets. Wonderful venue, right next to the mall. Really beautiful theater. And super convenient to get in and out of. He was great, and there was a point where I went to the lobby, and I was waiting in line, and I looked at my phone, and my friend Dilipin had texted me, and he said, "How about this UConn game?" Now, about, I don't know, an hour earlier, when Brendan and I were getting dinner at the Providence Oyster House, I think is the name of it, I looked at the TV, and I saw UConn was down 20 plus points to Duke. And Duke were favored anyway, and that's what they do, right? So I was like, yeesh, that's brutal. So when I see this text from Dilipin, I'm thinking, all right, well, there must be this even worse, historic blowout. Or UConn's coming back. So I look at the score, and it's a second of the game is left, and it's UConn 73, Duke 72, something like that. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me! And I don't know what the circumstances are with that 1 second left. I mean, it could be anything. That could be a long time in basketball, who knows? And then I hear the roar of a crowd coming from somebody's phone, and this is all in line, in the lobby. The show's going on. I just happened to go out into the lobby at this specific moment, by luck, by happenstance, maybe by divine intervention, but I don't know, folks. The guy behind me is watching the game on his phone, and I'm like, holy crap. So we stood there, we watched it together, the final seconds. Duke puts up a Hail Mary, doesn't go. UConn moves on to the Final Four. Blue Devils' season is over. Unbelievable. I mean, that's got to be an historic comeback. So of course I'm all in for the Huskies. That game's tonight around 6:30-ish. And I'll be watching. I'll be down in Blackstone at my mom's, and I'll be watching. Yeah. And I guess that's pretty much it for now. It's good to be back, folks. There's going to be more to come in the future, in the near future, I hope, God willing. And, I hope you have a happy Easter to those who celebrate. And go Huskies, go Sox. And I'll check in on you. Oh no, that's what Bill Burr says. I'll see you later. Oh, I'm a bit rusty, folks. Rusty! Right here, Dad.